stopped by. I wanted to say hi to everyone, so I'll turn the mic over to Randy.
Let me first start off by saying that I think that there's three individuals that have worked very hard in making sure that they're trying to educate you about open wheel racing, and I want to give a lot of thank you to Jason, Tony Jr., and Roger, wherever those three guys are, because they've done an outstanding job of really focusing on trying to help you guys. You know, when 14 months ago, I didn't know a thing about racing, not one thing. And a lot of people said that was going to be my downfall, and it might have been, I'm not sure. But I will say one thing. I think that today, when a reporter asked me today, they said, what was probably the most negative attribute when you came here, and what was the most positive attribute? And I said, well, the most negative was I didn't know anything about motorsports. He goes, well, what's the most positive? I said, I didn't know anything about motorsports. I came in with a clean mind. I came in with no one having to pick sides of. Nobody had an opportunity to say I was IRL or Champ Car or Kart. I had the opportunity to start and take a fresh look at how we wanted to do things. And I had a lot of people give me great advice, and I had to rely on great advice from industry leaders, and I think that was very important to us. And you know, IndyCar wants to be defined as the fastest, most versatile race car and race car drivers in the world. It separates us and gives us a complete identity away from F1, away from NASCAR, but still as a pinnacle of our form of motorsports. And what separates us on that is that we do race ovals, that we race road courses, and we race street courses, and we do it at very high speed. And I think that when you look at our brand attributes, what's going to be important for us to continue to grow our sport and keep the momentum going is that we have to be about speed, we have to be about technology and relevance and innovation, and we have to be about green. And I think that next year when you see the new IndyCar IndyCar Series car, you're going to see some beautiful cars that have a lot of relevance. And what you see out there on that racetrack next year, there will be elements of that you're going to see in the showroom in future years. And I think that's something that's going to be very important to the cars that you guys are driving in the future. When I say this, the most important thing to any sport is the athlete. And the perception and the credibility that we have to have amongst our fan base that's the most important thing that we have. That's why the USFL didn't work. That's why the Continental Basketball League didn't work. And that's why if fans don't believe that they're watching the very best in the world, I'll promise you, you're not going to have a successful sport. And so when we came in here, and Tony and Jason had already started, and Roger had already started a ladder series. But to me, the most important part of this is it can't be about just ride by. We have to give the youth and the opportunity to grow in our sport and to work their way up, and that the successful can continue to succeed. And I think these guys have done a great job in the past year of making sure that there's a scholarship system, a scholarship with every single rung of the ladder. And let's be very clear about this. This couldn't happen without these guys sitting right here by me. John, Jim, and Dean, wherever Dean went there. I think that without these guys, it was just a dream, and they made it happen. And I want to make sure we give them a big round of applause. And when we flew out and met with them in LA, we told them what we wanted to do, and they said, this is exactly what Mazda wants to be involved with. And I think that to me, it gave me chills, because it was everyone was getting it. It was like everybody wants the best for you guys. We want to make sure that there is some type of a ladder series that there's always going to be the champ moving up. Now, guess what? We didn't get JK a ride this year, so it wasn't a complete success. In my mind, I look at that as a failure, but I look at that as something that we can succeed on in upcoming years, and it's something for us to grow on. But the most important thing is you guys and gals are the stars of our sport, our future stars. And we have to make sure that we are giving you the opportunity to grow with us. And I love it when someone sees me out there and they come up and want to, visit for a minute, give me an idea or ask a question. Don't hesitate in asking me things like that. I love that. You want to introduce me to one of your sponsors or one of our IndyCar staff you want to introduce to one of your sponsors. Anything that you need, we want to be there to help you. It's imperative that you guys grow with us. And that's what's so important about these type of meetings. I hope, I know all of you have learned something today, besides that it rains in Indianapolis. But we've got some superstars here that are just, I know in a couple of years we'll be signing checks to you. And I know you're chomping at the bit to get up here in the ISLET IndyCar Series. So I don't want to take much of your time, but just say thank you very much for taking the time to come here the last couple of days and take part in this entire 2 days. And again, Mazda, Tony, Jason, they've done a great job to put this on for you. So thank you very, very much.